doing got a lot more in the way. Let the song cry, but it's a lot that I don't say. So much is at stake, I need a lot more on my plate. Get or you get got, the only option where I stay. Yeah, I see them plotting, but I'm safe. I don't post too much, can't let no op know on my place. Gotta keep my distance if you toxic to my space. I came off the block and now I'm popping out the states. Yeah, they run the beast out me. Somebody please stop me. It's just me dropping. They just eavesdropping. I don't need nothing. What you mean mugging? They don't mean nothing. Yeah, just touchdown. Coming for the bag and it's mine on sight. They ain't hit me last year, now they got time. Just touchdown. Tell them, hit my line. It's that time. This ain't sound. It's a vibe. We was down. We survived. Peep us now. We are right.
Just gonna change this so I get.
I put pressure on these rappers doing numbers, don't I? Drop an album, then I ghost a couple summers, don't I? Got it looking mighty easy for a come up, don't I? Dream so big that my ideas are hard to stomach, don't I? Yeah. Got it jumping 10 years later, don't I? Execute so well, I bet they think I made it, don't I? I do me so well, it's hard to imitate it, don't I? Talking to myself like all the greats is crazy, don't I? Yeah, I guess I really get right to it, don't I? Keep a smile like we was never going through it, don't I? Circle tight like I got no room for improvement, don't I? Navigate from we was stuck to this a movement, don't I? Yeah. They run the beast out me. Somebody please stop me. It's just me dropping. They just eavesdropping. I don't need nothing. Why you mean money? They don't mean nothing. Just touchdown, alright. Coming for the bag and it's mine on sight. They ain't hit me last year, now they got time. Just touchdown, tell them, hit my line. It's that time. This ain't sound. It's a vibe. We was down. We survived. Peep us now, we all right. Just touchdown, alright. Coming for the bag and it's mine on sight. They ain't hit me last year, now they got time. Just touchdown, tell them, hit my line. It's that time, this ain't sound, it's a vibe. We was down, we survived. Peep us now, we all right.
Welcome to a new episode of NBA 2K TV. Chris, I know you've been so excited to do this, so go ahead.
Congratulations to the Los Angeles Lakers, title number 17, tying the historic Boston Celtics.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. Of the Atlanta skyline and all the action below it, as seen from the 17th Street Bridge. Welcome everybody to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. And a look now at the Hornets' upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Tuesday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the New York Knicks. And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Kevin, thanks. Well, among the league's deadlier weapons now is the step-back jumper. Steph Curry said, "You're always in control of the situation with that move. It is pretty effective." Portland's Damian Lillard said, "It's a tough off-balance shot, so it takes a lot of work." But people around the league are putting in that work to become even more effective. Guys?
Thanks, David. Greg, you played over a decade in the NBA. Is there an opening day that you remember most that sticks out in your mind?
No doubt. The very first time I put on that Knicks jersey, you know, your rookie year, the game was in Orlando. I got to play 28 minutes, which was a lot for a rookie back then, especially on a really good team. And it was an awesome experience. That was a moment you had dreamt of your entire life if you grew up wanting to play basketball, man, and I was pumped.
That's a great story. And a look at the starter. Here's for the Hornets. LeBron James is out there with Williamson. Then there's Whiteside. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Harris in at the 2 spot. And for the Hawks, Jokic is out there with Nemanja Bjelica. Then it's Porter. Then there's McCollum, and it's Russell in at the 1. Harris's shot is off.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And there's Williamson on the assist by LeBron.
Well, a little contact from the defense goes a long way for Zion Williamson.
Greg, last year, Williamson entered the NBA as one of the most well-known rookies since LeBron James.
Already had millions of followers on social media, global name recognition. He has an above-the-rim game that produces the kinds of highlights that people want to see.
Now James, following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum.
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right? Yeah, sometimes LeBron just likes to take it all out on the rim, that time on display.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Russell again throws. Jokic passes to McCollum. He kicks to Russell. This one for 3, and McCollum is good for 3. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
Well, he's a gifted passer. This is one of his natural abilities, and the instinct's just showing off from Russell there.
That one falls.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
LeBron outside, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. LeBron's got his second basket of the night.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
And there's the pass to Jokic. Porter dishes to Russell. And the basket is good.
So many plays are initiated from the pick and roll for Russell, and for very good reason. He's got as good a feel for that as you could hope for.
Now here's Rose. Basket good.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
The Hawks trail by 3. Pass to Bjelica. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, McCollum. The shot will not fall. And Charlotte will go the other way with it.
And going back to last season, they really struggled for wins. And even against a team like this with comparable talent, they didn't manage one win in the season series.
And it's Russell missing. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Charlotte Hornets. LeBron right side. Harris outside. Launches a 3. Rebound by Bjelica. The Hawks have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. To the inside. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession, and then CJ getting slick.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Young's checked in for Bjelica. And Robinson III comes in for Porter. And Barea subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. Now here's Ross. Here's White. And he lays it straight in.
And what body control. Even when White gets bodied up, he sticks with his shot.
To the middle. Here's Barea. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now here's White. James outside. Over Robinson. A shot by LeBron, no good.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there. We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Count it.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
White against Barea. Lets a floater go, and they're able to recover.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Atlanta shooting their first free throws here tonight. Free throw, good. Jokic.
You dig down deep at some of the numbers. Jokic is a much better defender than what he gets credit for. I think we always think about athleticism around rim protection, but sometimes it's just about size and smarts, and he has that.
Chris Boucher's checked in for Atlanta. And White kicks to LeBron. Traps in the tray. LeBron's got 7 points in the game.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
And Jokic likes physical play. He embraces the contact.
Well, you look at his physique, and I think he can absorb a lot of what it is that comes his way. But he's comfortable wrestling. He's got brothers. He knows what that's like. And he also loves to mess around with those press conference microphones, as we see.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 7. Pass to Ross. Uncovered. There's Portis. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Here's White. Barea pulls it in. 20 feet out. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. It's Charlotte up by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few thoughts about how to help his team succeed.
Selfless. I mean, you need to took your pride, you took your ego out, just to be part of the team and do whatever you need to do to be the best player in your roles.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
We've got Chris Boucher. J.J. Barea is out there with Russell. Then it's Robinson, and it's Spellman in at the center. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And that one's good, James. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. So for the Hawks, Bjelica. He checks in for Chris Boucher. Porter comes in for Robinson. And it's C.J. McCollum in for J.J. Barea. And then for Charlotte, Zion Williamson's checked in for Portis. Harris comes in for LeBron. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Kobe White. And here's Rose outside. The feed to Bamba. Poked away. Out of bounds. Atlanta takes possession. And let's take a peek at the players contending for a spot in the dunk contest this year. Each and every one of these guys can do amazing things around the bucket.
And they will. I guarantee you that we're going to see things in this year's contest that we've never seen before. Those fellas have some tricks up their sleeve for sure.
Now you look at Williamson sitting at the top of the heap. Looks like he'll be planning on an appearance at the dunk contest this year.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised with his athleticism. This guy has got the goods, no doubt about it. The hops are incredible, and we'll just have to see what sort of creativity he can apply.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
Well, McCollum on the inside, driving in and not backing down. He got up there.
And as he gets older, we've seen Derrick Rose coming out of his shell a bit more. Early in his career, he was wary of strangers and the media.
And it's Williamson missing.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Russell from long range. That shot, no good. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
Yeah, once Zion gets that close, and it's a position that he likes, that backboard's going to be shaking.
And growing up, Derrick Rose protected by his family from the dangers of Chicago. Then, Greg, after starring at the University of Memphis, he was drafted by his hometown Bulls.
Anointed a savior from day one. You talk about a life under the microscope. Sports writers picking him apart, rabid fans wanting a piece. In a lot of ways, it's probably better for him not playing in Chicago.
Here is Russell, following the bucket by the Hornets.
Well, Russell's such a natural scorer and capable of connecting from just about anywhere.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Williamson. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 4 assists in the game.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Now here's McCollum. 9 points in the game so far. And it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
Charlotte calls timeout. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, GA, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
Free throw good, LeBron.
And it's the all-around game of LeBron James. Dominant scorer, great rebounder, incredible passer, and an intense defender when he wants to be.
Now, here is Young. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And Whiteside sends it back. And it's Jokic missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And the dunk by Williamson.
So great to see Zion Williamson out on the wing and coming down the lane. That's a guy hard to stop on a fast break.
McCollum against Harris. Rejected by Harris. And he gets it back. To the left side wing. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Good. And it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Rose attacking, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Atlanta making some changes. Chris Boucher's checked in for Porter. Glenn Robinson III comes in for C.J. McCollum. And Barea subbed in for D'Angelo Russell.
The former #1 overall pick in 08, one of the most athletically gifted point guards the league has ever seen.
Now here's Barea. He's got 6. Robinson finds Barea. The pass to Jokic, and Jokic slings it in.
Good presence there. Already in his shooting motion, he spotted the open man and made the unselfish play.
Here's Rose. The offensive rebound, second shot opportunity, and Williamson with the layup. Williamson's got 10 points in the quarter.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Barea against Rose. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This is his first free throw of the game. J.J. Barea. 2 shots. Two. That free throw good from Barea. Charlotte making some changes. Portis, he's checked in for Williamson. And it's Kobe White in for Rose. Hornets leading by 4. LeBron tries in, and the dunk by James.
LeBron exploiting the defense once again, knowing when to slash and gets himself to the rim.
Barea surveying the floor. To the right side. And it's good for 2.
Mid-range game as Jokic spotted himself up and drilled that one.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Hornets lead by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek, how's it feel to be back on the floor again?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Good to see you back out here, Derek. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 14 points, and LeBron now late in his career, still playing at a very high level, obviously. Kenny, when's the last time you saw a star LeBron's age be this good?
Oof, man, I don't know. Dirk aged well, but he wasn't dominant. Jordan, obviously, he aged well, and he was actually dominant at times. Not like this. LeBron is just different. He's a different athlete.
I'm so jealous right now because usually physical beasts such as us, we slow down. Not LeBron. I think he needs to rest more often, but when he dials it up, I think he's 25 again.
Did you age well, Shaq?
No, not at all. Ernie, you look beautiful.
You're aging well, Ernie. Ernie,
Wow.
Ernie waved. Oh my God.
I think I had too much. And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody, with Kevin Harlan.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Hornets. They've got Whiteside. Rose is out there with Harris. Then there's Williamson. And it's LeBron in at the three. Here's Rose after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Back to Rose. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
The shot's good.
And when he sets his mind to it, Derrick Rose is able to attack and finish through contact about as well as anybody in our league.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 11. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Yeah, 76% from the line a season ago, and most would consider that to be a success.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Marjanovic comes in for Hassan Whiteside, and it's Ross in for Gary Harris. The free throw's off from McCollum.
A lot of questions in the early part of C.J. McCollum's career about could he become a valuable scorer in the league and really what position would he play. But after being the 10th overall pick in 2013, he's answered those questions.
No good from Ross. The Hawks trail by 4. It's Bjelica, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
Key for Bjelica is confidence, attacking and trying to find ways to do different types of damage in the game.
The Hawks have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts. The first one falls.
Bjelica, a big guy who flows into offensive possessions and becomes an invaluable player in terms of the type of floor spacing you would want from a shooting big.
Bombas checked in for Charlotte.
A big fellow with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
It's LeBron with the drive. That is off the mark. He's shooting 60% on 6 of 10 shots. Russell passes to Jokic, and Jokic slings it in.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape, and boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Inside, Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Jokic feeling it, not much that D can do right now. He's in a great rhythm and is exploding offensively.
Charlotte calls timeout. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned, and I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body, and I think we will see that in time.
Omari Spellman has come in for Otto Porter Jr. Whitey's checked in for the Hornets. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Now, here is Russell. 8 points for him. It's Bjelica. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Yeah, Bjelica pushing right through the contact that time.
And so James will bring it up for the Hornets. Cross on the wing. Over McCollum. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And the Hornets lead by 2. The Hawks have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Russell with a wide open look. Good on the triple. Russell's got 5 points now this quarter.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
White finds James. Bamba with it. Oh, and the jam by Bamba.
Yeah, there's no way that LeBron James is not going to come in and dictate the tempo of this game. Just keeps his eyes up and drops a nice dime there.
For Atlanta, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. And the slam dunk by Russell. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
LeBron is doubled. Count the basket and the foul. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason, honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
Wow. There's 1:47 left to play in the third. Barea against White. He gets that one. Barea's got it all tied up now for the Hawks.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Barea following the basket by LeBron James. Let's go. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
And the Hawks making a change here. Porter's checked in, and then for Charlotte, Whiteside's checked in for Marjanovic. Bobby Portis comes in for Mohamed Bamba, and it's Gary Harris in for Ross. And the rejection by James. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And now a look at LeBron James here, coming off a terrific season. First in assists, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game, one of the league's premier offensive threats.
And dropping a lot of dimes. He led the league in assists because he's the ultimate competitor, an absolute magician with the basketball. First free throw is good.
The thing that really separates White is the quickness. Whether it's with the ball in his hands or running off screens, he's very difficult to stay connected to defensively.
And both free throws good for White.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
Now here's Barea. He's got 11. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
McGee just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
LeBron left side. Over Porter. Kept alive. The kick out to LeBron. Here's White. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
And probably more of a natural scorer than passer. White has worked hard on his playmaking ability.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And 79% from the line a season ago. Pretty consistent there as a free throw shooter.
The first free throw is good. Williamson is checked in for James. And both free throws good for White. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. White against Barea. 12 seconds left in the third. Another three for Atlanta.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Charlotte. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. We come back right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Three tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Robinson is out there with J.J. Barea. And it's Young. Then there's Chris Boucher. And it's Porter at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Atlanta's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
Fleshing out his game more and more. I really like seeing Porter go to work inside.
Outside Rose. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
Here's Boucher, following the score by Derrick Rose. Boucher with the ball. Whiteside's there. Shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound. Yep, that one goes in there. Barea's got the game tied up here for the Hawks.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Well, it's almost as if Whiteside had a watch on and showed patience, waiting for the defense to come down and draw the foul.
Free throw, good, Whiteside. Atlanta making some changes. Bielitsa, he checks in for Young. McCollum comes in for Robinson. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for J.J. Barea. The Hornets also with a sub. LeBron, he's checked in for Kobe White.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
And the basket by McCollum.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
And it's Rose with the ball for Charlotte. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Here's LeBron. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. LeBron's got 10 points here in the second half.
That's a terrific set that they just ran.
The Hawks trail it. And here's McCollum.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Man, that's just tough because that would have tied up the score. It's a tough one to swallow here in the fourth.
LeBron James on the wing. Three-pointer. But they get it back. Porter with the steal. And now Russell pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the slam dunk by Russell.
D'Angelo Russell just so dangerous with options in the fast break.
Charlotte has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. The drive by James. Out to Harris. Pass to Whiteside. No good there. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. And that'll be the first of a two-game road trip for them.
And now really feeling it as he's gotten off to a great start.
Charlotte calls timeout. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, D'Angelo Russell.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
Atlanta making a switch here. Jokic is checked in. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear James Borrego coaching his team during the break. He talked about X's and O's, but he also said, hey, guys, we got to trust each other, stick together, and leave it all out on the floor. We'll see if they've got enough left to get over the top, Kevin.
Bjelica, good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now here's Rose. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. It's good.
And Rose wants that leadership position when the team needs a big bucket. He is ready and willing.
Here's Russell. And another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
Well, D'Angelo Russell not scared of the big moment.
And the Hornets call time here. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
Absolutely on fire. They need to regroup and figure out a way to slow his roll.
The Hornets have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Here's James. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. James has got 26.
Look, give LeBron the ball and get out of the way. LBJ again.
Russell against Rose. And Russell gets it to go.
And that's about Coach Kirk's defense. I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
But how about the heart on display here tonight from Rose? Just flawless in his attack at the rim. Boy, it's tough to match his quickness.
And that one, good.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
Rose goes in. He makes his 10th basket of the night from the field. He has missed 2 shots from the floor.
And when Rose gets going and gets this kind of confidence offensively, you're in trouble. He can just flat out take over again.
Russell kicks to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. It's rebounded by Charlotte. 1:07 left in the game. Pass to Rose. Double team on Rose. Here is Whiteside. And stolen by Bjelica. Outside, Russell fires top of the key. It's in!
You remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
On the wing, James. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Jokic.
Just shake your head at the size of LeBron James, and once he gets into the paint and gets pinballed around, gets that contact and finds free throws.
He drops the first one. That narrows the gap to 1. And the Hornets making a change here. Harris is checked in. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Money!
Well, LeBron James lives for the big moment. Another one there.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're down by 1. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's Russell with the 3. Knocks down the trifecta.
Well, the teammates are fired up, and so is D'Lo.
Here's Rose. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Yes! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Atlanta calls timeout. The score is tied at 87. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. McCollum finds Russell. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Five on the clock. The 15-footer. Oh, missed it. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Here we go. So off the tip, it's Charlotte. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here. Brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Charlotte. Rose is out there with Harris. Then there's Whiteside, and it's LeBron James, and it's Williamson in at the 4 spot. So it's the Hawks now. After the basket by Charlotte. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, he's big enough, and I think he's strong enough to take that kind of contact and make it an and-1. Russell with a nice play.
Throw good, Russell.
I don't think there's any question about the talent level that D'Angelo Russell has. Now it's about planting his seeds so that the roots grow with an organization.
And the basket by Rose.
and they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. And good that time. And the Hawks lead by 1.
Man, he was a go-to guy in crunch time in college, and McCollum now has developed that reputation here in the league.
Now here's Rose. Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
Big-time shot from Zion Williamson. The big guy wants it.
Well, as we saw, 4 quarters not enough. We're just over a minute into overtime. Rose against Russell. And he uses the glass on the wing. Russell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Cutting into that deficit now. Well within striking distance.
Okay.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Now, here's Russell. And it goes down 2 points.
Yeah, he looked too comfortable as Russell got into a nice rhythm from the mid-range.
And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by James. Rose has got 25 points.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Russell inside. He's covered by Rose.
I'm shocked he missed that wide-open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
And James throws it down.
Uh-oh. It's one of those nights for LeBron James, just setting the place on fire right now.
The Hawks trail by 3. Overtime in full swing here. 2 minutes off the clock. Here's Russell. Cut! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Williamson, the pass to James. And they double up LeBron. Back to Williamson. Right side kicks to Harris. From the arc. And it's James missing. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Atlanta. Here's Russell. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. The critical possession right here.
Crowd on pins and needles, Kev.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Back to LeBron. The tray. No good on the shot. Atlanta calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. We've got 13 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
McCollum finds Russell. Fires from deep. No good from three-point territory. And so it's the Hornets who come out on top. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, you have accomplished so much in this league. How have you sustained it for this long?
You know, it's only a select few. It's not many who make it to this point, and I would never take the game for granted. That's why I try to give everything I can till I can't give no more. And I've been around some great players, great coaches, great organizations. And for me to have this opportunity right here means a lot, and I'm very humble.
Well, we appreciate all the work you've put in, man. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.